Okay, so the first thing that you're going to do for the basic edit is log into your WeVideo account. Once you are there, you're going to click on this video icon, which you will use to build a video from scratch. Alright, and then you'll click Start Editing. Now the first thing we're going to do is name our video. So you come up here to the My Video, click on it, and then I want you to type, for this assignment, Basic Edit, and all caps please. Okay, now I want to familiarize you with the components you're going to need to know. Alright, this is your gallery. This is where all of your video and your content is. This is your preview screen where you can watch how your video unfolds, and this is your timeline. So the first thing we're going to do is add a background. Now I want you to look at the timeline that we have here before we do that. Right now we have 3 tracks. Okay, we have an audio track for your music and sound effects, and you have 2 video tracks. Now you can add more, which we will do later in this lesson. Remember that when you're doing video layering, the top is the most dominant. So if you have a full screen video on video 2 track, and let's say you have a text on video 1, you will not see the text because video 2 is the dominant track, it takes over. So if that was our situation, we would want to put the full background on video 1 track and then the text up here. That way we can see the text over the background. So if you've got video in your timeline and you can't see something, check to see if where the dominant video is, to see if you need to swap that around. Alright, let's go ahead and add the background. So the first thing that we're going to do is go to Stock Media. Now Stock Media has thousands and thousands of video, pictures, and audio files that you can use for no charge in your edits. So I highly recommend using this because it's footage that is already built for you. Okay, so the first thing we're going to look for Stock Media is our background. So in the search box, I want you to type background and then hit enter or return. And then preview some of these backgrounds that you like. Okay, and you can preview them by clicking on them and then just watching them over here in your preview screen. So this allows you to look and find which one you want to see or which one you like before dragging it down to your timeline. Okay, so I like this one. So now when you find your video background, I want you to drag it down to video 1 and make sure it's all the way to the left. Okay, now you can hit play here to watch it. You can also type your space bar. Your space bar is your play and pause button. Alright, now that we've got our video track, we need to get it down to 5 seconds. If I look at my timeline up here, this tells me how long my video is. This is 14 seconds, it's probably 15. So what we're going to do is we're going to drag the end of it backwards, and you can look here at the bottom where my mouse is, where it says until it's 5 seconds. So now I know I have a 5-second video. Also shows up here in my timeline it's 5. But the reason this is good is this might be a minute into your timeline and you want to drag it down to exactly 5 seconds. So by doing this and watching the time code here at the bottom, you can see exactly how long your video clip is. Alright, I'm going to get it right back down to 5 seconds. Okay, so the next thing I want to do now is get the logo. So we're going to go to My Media and we're going to go to the shared folder over here on the left side. These are files that I've shared with you on your subscription account. So you must have one of the school accounts in order to access this. So there are a number of shared files in here. You're going to scroll down to the Live-in-5 logo and you're going to drag that down to video track 2, and it should match exactly because this logo should come in at 5 seconds. We want everything to be 5 seconds. You can see they both line up at the end. And now we need to double click the logo to get the properties. As you see, this logo is way too big, so we need to scale it down, which means size it down. Alright, So we're going to double click. This brings up all my properties. So right here, the transform box is the first one that comes up. This one has my scale in it. So, and this shows me how big it is. So right now it's 151%. Okay, if I click my dot here and drag it to the left, if I do 1 is 100%. Okay, that's the actual size of the logo. But I actually want to take it smaller this time. So I want you to keep dragging down until you get to 50%. Okay, or 0.5 is the same thing. You could also just click in the box, type 0.5, and it'll just go there for you. Okay, now that I've got the size that I want, I need to move it to the left because I'm going to put some text on the right. So you're going to click right here in the box and drag it over to the left. Okay, once you've done that, click Save Changes. All right, now I want to add some more. But obviously we're out of video tracks, right? So I need to add one more video track. So to do that, click the plus button. And it's already on video. It's going to call it video 3, add track. So now I've got 3 video tracks. Now I can add text on the top of all of this. So I'm going to go up here to the top and click text. And same thing, you have a whole library of text animations that you can use. And by clicking on one, you can see what it looks like. What I want you to do is come over to the right on the top row where it says trailer the cut, and drag that down to video track 3. Now you notice it's more than 5 seconds, right? Because it goes past the logo in the background. So what I want you to do is click the end of it. When you drag over, you should have the double arrow, click it, and drag it back so it's 5 seconds. Now all of these are 5 seconds. Okay, once we've got that done, now we're going to populate the text field and give it the text that we want. So again, to get properties, you double click, and now I need to go to the little text bubble button, which is my text properties. So you click on that, and now this brings me to my text. So in the first box, I want you to type tune in, and in the second box, I want you to type livein5show.com. Please capitalize the L at the beginning so it doesn't look like a 1. And make sure you put the number 5, don't spell out the word 5. So it should look like this when you finish. Okay, so now you can see the problem with this is my text is going over my logo. So just like we moved the logo, we're going to move the text. So we're going to click over here on the preview box and drag this over so it's somewhere on the right side, not blocking the logo. Once you've done that, we now want to change the color if you have a light background. So like right now, white text on blue, very good. But if I had a white background, this white text would not show up. So if that was the case, I would change my color palette to a different color. Like I would not want to go blue, right? Because that blends in with my background. But I could leave it white, or I could change it to something like yellow, as long as it shows up and they're both not competing with each other. Now that I've got everything I like here, I'm going to click Save Changes. So now I'm going to drag my timeline. See, this is called scrubbing the timeline, so I can kind of watch the video play out by holding my mouse down and dragging this. Or I can go all the way to my home, which is 0, and hit my space bar to play. Okay, and that's what I've got on my video so far. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we are going to do a fade in, fade out. I'm going to show you the really easy way to do that. So let's start with the background on video track 1. We are going to fade all 3 of these. You're going to click these 3 bars right above the video after you've selected it. So you click on it, click the 3 bars, and you've got these options here. click the icon that looks like the magic wand, and we're just going to check the fade button. What that does is it fades it in 1 second, fades it out 1 second. Okay, so you can see when I play this, the background now will fade in. See that? And then when it's done, it will fade out. So we're going to do that to all of these. So we're going to click on the logo, click on the 3 bars, click on the magic wand, click the fade. And same thing with the text. So click the text box, click the 3 bars, click the magic wand, click fade. Now if I play this back, it all fades in and it all fades out. Okay, so now the last thing we're going to do is add music. Now here's the big no-no. Do not go to this audio tab. Okay, you will get marked down for it. Do not use audio from that audio tab. You must search for your music in stock media the way we did our background. So we're going to click on stock media and we're going to pick a keyword that matches our video. So I want something that's fun, so I'm going to type the word fun. Now I don't want the video, right? So I'm going to change this all to audio. And then what that will do is it will go straight to my music and sound effect choices. And just like on the video, I can click to preview. And you just click on each one and listen to it until you find one that you like. Okay, and you can keep scrolling down. Again, there's thousands of music files. I'm going to take this one and see what that sounds like. So once you find a music piece, you click it, drag it down to the audio track called Audio 1. And you notice it's way too long, right? This clip is coming up at 54 seconds, and I'm only supposed to end at 5. So same thing. I'm going to click and drag this all the way back. Oh, too short. So now it's 5 seconds with everything else. Now if I play it back, okay, you heard how it just cut off? So let's listen to the end of that again. See, that sounds terrible. So we're going to do a fade on this as well, but this time we're only going to fade the out, not the in. So I will click on my 3 bars of my music, click on the speaker icon, and I'm not going to check this because that will fade in and out. I only want to fade out. So I'm going to go straight to the out box and delete that 0 in there and type a 1 for 1 second. Okay, and now when I play that back, the music fades out. All right, this is your basic edit. You're good to go.